Welcome to Stephen Johnson's stocks. Best month ever. Made a little under $1,000 on the weekend, a little under $3,000 on the month. Things are really coming together. Never really risking that much and really getting the reward right and the risk to reward right. Really nailing down the entries thanks to tracking consistent data. Exploring higher price stocks, which is really working for me, and I'm really doing well at it. Taking bigger profits, and yeah, I'm expecting to be overall profitable next month again. So let's get into the patterns. There's some very good lessons. I'm really getting there, so now I want to help you get there. So enjoy. Alright, I'll try and be quick on this one because there's some great, some great trades and some really nice analysis where I'll go in depth because I don't want to focus on me anymore. I'm kind of getting there, so I want to focus on you guys, give you more time on the trade examples, really explain the process and what I'm thinking so you can get there too. But just quickly to go over, winning percentages, it's not updated because I had some problems with interactive brokers and updating the trades. But it's around 77% best I've ever had, and the profits this month were the best I've ever had. And it really comes from just analyzing three different setups and getting good at them, and watching specific setups, looking for exactly when they fail, how they fail, and when you spot this, you can get better entries, more accurate entries, and then your winning percentage goes up. It's kind of that simple. But not simple at all at the same time, because it takes a lot of time to analyze the patterns, track the data, track the fail points, track again when they fail, how they fail, and see it over and over and over to get good at it. But I'm definitely getting there. I mean, it's so crazy to look at the build of winning average 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 64, and then 77. And then all red months to now, mainly all green months. This was a crazy bad loss. 4,500. I've made 2,800 back, so I'm only 1,300 away, and then I was down about 400 from overall profitability when I took this loss. So I'm about $1,800 away from overall profitability. So I thought it was going to take us a few more months to get overall profitable, but that is certainly my goal for next month. And the way I'm trading right now, apart from this one day where I got really drunk and left my computer on stupidly and woke up to a horrible loss, apart from that day, I'm trading really well, trading very consistently, very accurately, and if it continues like this and I have these kind of $500 days without drinking, then I'll easily make the $2,000 and I could be overall profitable in the first 2 weeks of next month. And good day, mate. How you going? How you going, mate? The theme of this is all higher price stocks. Really getting into them a lot now, and it's funny because Tim Sykes always says these kind of training wheels to get you going, to find your niche. And since I've started exploring stocks, I started kind of shorting $10, $14 stocks, then I started shorting $20 stocks, then I started shorting $30 and $40 stocks, and I had me more success on $30, $40 stocks. And it seems like the higher the price, the easier it is, which is fucking mental. But let me just talk you through the logic, because once your account size gets a little bit bigger, you can afford to take bigger positions in less volatile stocks and still take good rewards. So it means that there's less occasions where you're sitting thinking, fuck, penny stocks are dead at the moment. So really loving the foray into higher price stocks, and Twitter is just the fucking bomb.com, basically. And in general, there's a catalyst with Facebook being in trouble with privacy issues. It's causing the whole sector to kind of drop. But I generally don't follow news. I follow trends. And this break here, I mean, we had the big gap up on Twitter on this day here, but I actually shorted it on this day here because it gapped up, it held. And this became a really significant level because it touched here, and then it kind of made this higher low here, but then it kind of nearly touched here, and then here it fell through. So I was really watching to see if it falls through this, because if it falls through, we have the fact that it's fell through major support on major volume. Look at this this volume here. The higher the volume, the more important the support level is. So it held this support on 150 million shares traded on the day. So if it falls through that support, it's a very important indicator. And we also have the 30 break, which is a very key level. It's a whole number break. So the tech sector is going down. It's fallen through a huge support level on huge volume, and it's a $30 break, which means it's a fucking dream short. And you can, sorry, I've got a cough. You can see it on these levels as well. So this is a kind of a 2-month 15 shot. And we can see the break right here on 30. And you can see again, just the high levels of support here, bottom here, bottom just above it, like here and here. Really kind of bottomed well here, bottomed here, and then we have the big crash day here, which is where I shorted it. And it's had a big panic here as well. So you can see it's getting pretty weak. It's panicked. It's failed to really bounce properly here. Now it's kind of just bouncing ball analogy. Bounce, weaker bounce, little bounce. Can it really get above this level here? It's a lower high, and then we have the crash. So based on this information, I'm like, oh my God, if this breaks 30, it's fucked. And this is this is exactly what I'm thinking. And this is exactly what happened. So when we look at the stock on just a 1 minute, everybody's watching Twitter saying, will it break? Will it break? Will it break? If it breaks 30, I'm out. And I was basically short, roughly. We had the drop, we had the bounce, shorten the bounce, shorten the strength, shortening into strength, around the 30-50s. And then when it cracks, and this is off the top of my head because I can't upload my trades, but roughly I was in and out of this all day. I was basically, it might not have been here, it might have been here, but it doesn't really matter. Once it breaks 30, which is here, this level here, the stock's fucked. So you can basically short strengths covering a weakness. So you've got big washout in the morning, horrendous bounce, very weak bounce. It's not. It should be, if it's bullish, it should really be retracing 50 to 60% of its bounce. It's not. And then you shorten here, covering here, shorten here, covering here, shorten here, covering here, shorten here, covering here, covering here. I do remember definitely shortening this pop and covering down here in the 28. So I was in the 28s, and I was covering in the 27s, 28s. I vaguely remember shorting around here as well, shorting in the 29s, covering some of the 28s. You're taking a buck a share. When you're in $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, you're taking $100 every pop from an $8,000 position, and it moves very well, moves very predictable. And again, 3 negative catalysts. Tech sector is down. It's snapped 30, key level. It's snapped a major support level on huge volume. This stock, everyone's panicking, and you're just taking advantage. If the short's covering, pops up, you short more. Take the dip, shorts cover. Longs are just panicking. And that's the edge. That's the edge. A lot of long-term shareholders are panicking. A lot of shorts are covering to take profits. You're just shorting the bounces, and you've got a significant edge there. And ACXM was just another absolute dream short. Took a good 850 bucks on this. One of my best trades ever, maybe my best trade ever, and I'm really pleased with how I traded this. And it's another tech stock, but the news was ACX. Let's have a look at it together. Hopefully we can bring it up. ACXIOM sees a 25 million hit from Facebook data changes, and you can click to get more news, but it's basically the business is built on a relationship with Facebook, and Facebook have ended their agreement, ended the partnership, and they've not only ended the partnership, but I think they're going to sue them for 25 million. So it's like very, very, very negative catalyst. And the technical indicator, because you've got to have, it's better if you have a fundamental and a technical, obviously. But generally, I don't look at fundamentals at all anymore. But Again, it's the same thing as with Twitter. You're just looking for key support levels to be broken. And the thing that I didn't mention about Twitter is there's a lot of room to go down. Because it had that gap fill, it had a gap down as well. It had room to come back down. And again, you're just looking for the support levels with the volume. Look at this high volume candle, 40 million shares, and it's supported. So when it's supporting on high volume, that's a very important level. And when I traded the stock just the other day, and we see it's got terrible news, gap down, and it falls through this level. But it doesn't just fall through the level, it falls through the level of massive volume as well. And all of the volume is selling pressure. So everybody wants out of this stock, and it's a race to get out. So we're just literally taking advantage of the long-term shareholders, which is a common theme, panicking. Same with Twitter. Long-term shareholders are panicking and they're all selling. Shorts are diving in, and that's the great thing about shorts. We'll talk about it on the Steady Trade podcast on the upcoming episode. You can always short these stocks. They're easy to borrow in these higher priced companies, unlike low floats where you've got to pay borrow fees, etc., etc., etc. So when the stock opened, and we'll just zoom in a little bit, you have this just huge wash. And I was waiting for the bounce, shorted a little bit here, went full size here, and it's just pure panic. I mean, this kind of shit gets me fucking hard. It gets me turned on. This is like fucking youporn.com premium. It's like I've got the fucking, not just the premium subscription, like I am fucking there when it's being filmed, and I've got an all access pass to like speak to the porn model after as well. Like this is front row Dolby Cinema IMAX fucking seats to a porno like you've never seen before. I'm talking transsexuals on transsexuals. It is just purely sexual, okay? It is front row seats to she-male on she-male transsexual porn, okay? Like I'm talking bukkake everywhere. This is how good this chart pattern is. And it's, when I say bukkake, it's none of that glory hole shit. It's fucking bukkake hardcore, okay? Bukkake hardcore. Bukkake! Bukkake! It's fucking she-male on she-male, bukkake hardcore porn, right? Fucking crazy shit on Viagra. Like, that's how bukkake hardcore she-male IMAX Dolby Cinema fucking porn this is, right? And the reason I say that is because when we look at it on 5 minutes, that was completely not planned. It's just funny though. When you look at it on fives, it's like a huge drop, right? The wicks, it closed at the bottom of its 5 minute candle. The wicks aren't really getting bought up yet, and it's just dropping down. And on 15 minutes, this is where the cum goes everywhere. This is huge bukkake. Look at the death drop on the 15s. The wicks aren't getting bought up. It's solid big red candles. This is 45 minutes of constant panic. It's real fucking hardcore bukkake. But for me, made a good 400 short in the bounce. The bounce is weak because everyone thinks it's got more room to go down. Everyone who didn't sell here, they're going to sell into the bounce and take any profits that they can. Because, like I say, it's just pure shareholder panic. And I missed this leg, unfortunately, but caught the next leg down. Took it from the 21s to the 19s. And I missed the long. I didn't expect this. But, fortunately, when it came back up, again, ultimately, it's squeezed back up, but we know it's a weak stock ultimately. So I shorted this bounce and took some profits here as well. I took about 400 here and 400 here. And I guess I will just close by saying that on this journey, you'll come across a lot of people who say you can't do it, a lot of people that say you're not good enough, a lot of people that say trading stocks is impossible to learn. But it's absolutely not. It's absolutely very, very, very possible. And honestly, you don't really even need to put that much effort into it. I mean, I did do back in the day good. I was doing like 7-8 hour days absorbing the webinars. But after a good year, you only have to do that for about a year. And then after a good year, I'm literally just doing a couple of hours on the weekend and trading through the week. And the best advice I can give is track specific patterns, track specific data, speak to different people, if you can't identify a pattern for you, speak to different people who are making money off specific patterns, see what their pattern is, track the data on that pattern, see if that pattern works for you, see if you can find that there's a range of 10% from where it opens down to where it closes. There's a 10%, 15% range on a specific pattern. Watch the Trading Tickers Tim Grittani DVD. There's 4 patterns in that. And Dux's DVD, there's like 8 patterns that he gives away. Obviously on the challenge, you see all of the different patterns off the live trading webinars. And I'm very optimistic that I know enough about trading to be consistently profitable now. There'll be ups and downs, there'll be other losses, but yeah, I certainly think I think I'll be profitable overall green next month, and after that, I don't think I'll ever be overall red ever again. I'm pretty confident in me trading. So live the dream. We will not fail. I'll continue taking you guys on this journey with me. I'd like to know some of you a bit more personally, and we'll look to make ways of how that can happen, because I really want to get to know a lot of the people who followed me for a while on a more personal level, hang out with them a bit more, and maybe chat during the trading day a little bit, stuff like that. So